Okay, in this particular video, I'll be going over a platform called Elevate Money. Elevate Money is a real estate investing platform in which it'll allow you to invest in real estate. But before we get started, make sure you smash the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps YouTube know that this is quality content and help my videos reach a broader audience. Now with this one, Elevate Money, it allows you to invest in real estate with just $100. And don't worry, I'll explain all the details in the video, everything you need to know. So what happened is they have a private REIT, and then what happened is you can end up buying shares from that. Currently, the dividend yield that they're paying is 6.5% dividend yield, and this is, I call this is after all the fees and stuff like that. So for every dollar that you invest, you can think about it, you would get 6.5 cent of interest. Now let's scroll down to see how the dynamics and stuff would kind of look. Now this is kind of how the platform would look as far as what you would actually end up seeing. I actually did sign, I think I put the minimum amount to just kind of test and see how this particularly go. So you will be able to see that in the video. And I think I'll make timestamps. It depends on how long this video will end up being. Let's go over how it particularly works. Now this is how it particularly works. You're buying shares in a real estate trust. The goal is to purchase multiple properties, and pretty much they find, buy, manage the property directly. You all already know. Now as far as the investment, you're an investor, you're funding these particular properties. The more investors they have, the more properties they can get. Now this is the key things I wanted to bring up as far as dividend. We purchase assets in those properties, tenant pay rent each month. Our goal in turn is to pay dividend to shareholders each month. Dividends are declared by our REIT board of directors and are not guaranteed. So the board has a lot of control as far as selling the shares and dividends. So when you're dealing with these particular platforms, you definitely want to pay attention to that stuff. As far as evaluations, at the end of every year, our properties will be appraised by a third party. The price of our REIT shares is adjusted to reflect any value changes. Now, like I said, the selling of the shares, it says an investment in our REIT should be regarded as a medium long-term investment. However, if the need to sell shares arises, we offer a monthly share repurchase feature allowing shares to be sold back to us. The repurchase, and this is a part that you want to always mention and giving the board a lot of power here. This repurchase feature is governed by our REIT. Well, let me scroll up. This repurchase feature is governed by our REIT board of directors and is not guaranteed. So I wanted to definitely cover those key components. You don't have to pretty much do anything. You're just the investor, and what happened is you'll receive your dividend monthly, but the annualized dividend would be 6.5%. That's the annual dividend, and it's paid monthly. You also can earn money from capital appreciation when the value of the property goes up. Considering that this is commercial real estate, capital appreciation probably won't go up that much to my experience. So most of your particular money will be coming from the dividend. But that is another way you can particularly do it. And what happened is Elevate, they manage all the particular properties, so you won't have to worry about any particular hassle. All you're just doing is investing your money. They issue the shares to you, and each month you will end up receiving your dividend. Now let's scroll down. They also have what you call a dividend calculator. If you was just trying to see, okay, how much would I earn given this amount, and they also show, as we can see as far as the track record is, the company haven't been out that long, but it looks like they've been paying dividend all the way. I tracked it back to October 10th, 2021. So it looks like it's been close to a year, and they pay dividend the 10th of every month. Now let's go back a second to check out their dividend calculator. As you can see, this is their dividend calculator. So if you can see, based off of, and by the way, they also have it where you can reinvest your dividend and auto invest, where you can invest a certain amount each month. So let's just say the dividend yield right now is 6.5. Let's have it on 6.5. Let's say I invested $1,000 and we can see the projection returns. So it lets you see how much you would make from the $1,000 in 3 years. This is your initial investment, this is your future investment value, and this is the total return in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and even 50 years. I thought that was pretty cool. And they also show you the detail as well, as far as you just wanted to kind of end up seeing. So it allow you to play around with that as well. But I know a lot of questions may be, how do I end up selling my shares? Is there any particular penalties and stuff? And I'll definitely go over that. Also, if you have property acquisitions, if you were curious about why they particularly chose that particular property, or you wanted to know a little bit more information, they have their CIO, David. He kind of goes over what it is that they do, what their plan is, why they purchased the property, any questions and stuff like that. He kind of go over all of that. But if you want to have any questions, as far as they have this particular page, but I'm going to go over the main thing, what people are concerned about. Another thing, as far as the fees. So I talked to them over the phone. I've seen a fee about, I think, 0.5 for the management fee, the REIT management fee, and 0.5 for the asset management fee. Now with REITs, it can get very complicated when it comes to the fees, the way they kind of have to organize things and break things down. But just know that the fees that I've particularly seen up top, up for the ongoing annual ones, that will be 0.5 management fee, and asset management fee is two different ones, 0.5. But I just wanted to kind of let you know, given from what I've seen in other REITs, it's roughly about a fair price. And just know that the dividend that you will receive is after all fees. So most of the time, people just more so concerned about the returns that they'll get after fees, and I think that's the most important thing. As far as when you'll be able to sell and hold your investments. Now, as far as the time period of how long they would like you to hold, multi-year investment, medium to long term, it looks like to me I would at least hold it for at least 5 years. I'm thinking about at least for 5 years. The REIT, you can consider it as a long-term investment or a multi-year investment. That's a good thing to particularly know. As far as you selling this, here is the rules as far as selling. You may sell your shares back at a price you paid at any time within 90 days. Now, 90 days after your initial purchase of shares, they do have it where they have a repurchase share program where they'll they don't have to, but they can buy your share back. Now, 90 days but less than a year, 3% a fee for one particular year, but less than 2 years, 2%, and for 2 years but less than 3 years, 1%, and longer than 3 years, there will be no charge. You gotta remember, they don't have to purchase it. It says the repurchase feature has limitation and is not guaranteed. However, they do provide some type of liquidity, but I don't want you guys to think they're obligated to do so. So these are the things that you want to pay attention to if you were kind of thinking about particularly selling the shares, and that's how that process would end up working. Yeah, so let's sign in and see what type of properties that they have in my particular account. All right, so we're signed in my particular account. They have to just verify my identification or something like that. Something like that. They said it should be fine in like in 2 or 3 days or something like that. And by the way, the customer, as far as contacted them, you can I'll kind of go over that. It's pretty simple, and actually reached out to him to ask him a question about the fees and stuff. Was the 6.5 after the fees? I was able to set up an appointment maybe within 30 or 40 minutes. He talked to me about it. So the customer service, from my experience so far, has been pretty well. But this is, once you have set up an account, this is what you'll see in your dashboard. You can see this is your dashboard. This one where you can see the particular properties they have if you wanted to invest more. This is the day that I put the money in. But because I didn't show them my identification and verification process, that has to be cleared before you can start receiving dividends. But I just want to kind of let you know. As far as the yeah, I just want to let you know. So, and yeah, just want to let you know. All right, and as far as the two properties they have in this one, as you can see, the property is in Texas. It's a family dollar. It's a family dollar right here. They show you the location, how much they're charging per rent. So this is one of the particular properties that they particularly have. They only have two right now, but and I was talking to the guy. He was like, their goal is to kind of have properties almost so that they would have like a mini city. Thought that was kind of interesting as well. So next up, we can see just shows you a little bit about the tenant, and they said they pick as far as tenant that have only one particular tenant. This is the Family Dollar. As we can see, let's check out their, yeah, it says you can give you information about the lease, tenant, location, and all of that. Let's go back to the second one. This one's in South Carolina, and I believe this is a Shell gas station. Um, as you can see, the area, it's the Shell gas station on I guess Google Maps. And this is the Shell gas station as well, and the locations and stuff as well. You can see the overview, the location, square foot, how much the rent is per month, so that you guys can end up seeing that. I believe that should be every. Of course, they have a blog page and stuff like that. But I believe that is everything. Of course, if you want to turn your auto invest on, you can do bi-weekly, monthly, and things of that nature. They also have an affiliate link. You can refer to a friend. And I haven't actually do that. I haven't actually done this, but I believe they have an affiliate link. And if you guys are interested, I'm not going to put in the description yet because I haven't used this platform that long. But if you guys want me to send you a affiliate link, just drop in the comments and I'll send you a link. I personally, when I first sign up for it, I normally wait a little while before I kind of like promote it and stuff like that. But right now I'm just sharing my particular experience. But if you want me to put affiliate links or something like that, I can. But like I said, this is something relatively new for me, so I like to have the platform for a while, just to see how it goes before I end up like recommending products like this, because this is, like I said, relatively new. They haven't been around that long, so I have it what I consider my experimental phase. But yeah, I believe that's everything. I believe I covered all the important things. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel.